Hello everyone! Today we're going to learn how to make a frog out of clay. To get set up, you'll need your paper bag. Each table will have a little dish of water, and you should have a cup of clay tools. This tool, the bamboo stick, is going to be my especially favorite tool. When you get your chunk of clay, I'm going to have you break it in half, and with one piece, you're going to begin to make a ball. You could roll the clay in your hands. You could roll it on the table. It does not need to be a perfect circle, but you want to get it as round as you can. And then we're going to make a pinch pot. So thumbs up, push that thumb in as far as you can go, but we're not making a donut, so don't go all the way in. And then you're going to take your pincher claw, your big pincher, and we're going to pinch and turn all the way around to widen it to create a pot shape, a little pinch pot. And we want to kind of measure as we're pinching to see if it feels the same all the way around, including the bottom. You don't want a bunch of clay sitting at the bottom. Now this is going to become the frog's mouth, okay? So this is the opening, and we're going to attach some eyes and some legs onto our frog. So we'll set that down for a minute. You could even tap it a little just to give it a nice flat bottom so it doesn't roll on you too much. We'll do the eyes next. To do the eyes, you'll need 2 little pieces of clay that you can roll into balls. Now, we're going to learn how to attach clay properly. You cannot just stick the clay on it. It's going to eventually roll off. So we need to do some scratching and attaching. So what we're going to do is we make a bunch of little scratch marks on the clay and on the back of the piece we're attaching. It's kind of like tic-tac-toe or hashtag marks. And then we're going to tap some of the water, tap, 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 tap. And I always like to kind of push and twist to really get it to stick on. And then I can tap here and twist. So my frog has 2 nice big round eyes. And you can add a detail to them. Pencil works really good, or a tool in your clay cup. You could leave the eyes just like that, or I'll show you one other option if you want to go even further. You can add an eyelid. So if you flatten out a piece of clay and you can, scratch and attach it on, I'll just show you what it looks like. You could create an eyelid for your frog. So it's up to you if you want to do that. All right, let's talk about feet. We need 2 little front feet and 2 little side feet. So we'll take 2 more chunks of clay, roll these up into ball form, and then I'm going to squish these guys. You don't want them super thin, so mine's about that thick. And these are going to be the little front feet, and so I need to scratch and attach to get those to stay in place. And scratch and attach on the feet, tapping, tapping with water, and pressing on. And I can kind of press on the inside of the mouth to get it to work. Now, what I want you to do, and don't be afraid to do this, you're going to pick up your piece, turn it over, and see how you can slide and smooth that. There. Now those feet are really going to stay. And you can draw on, I'm just going to press on, a little bit of froggy toe details like that. Okay, now we need to make the side one. So I'm going to take another chunk of clay and I'm going to roll. I'm making coils. Okay, so I have 2 coils. Try to make them about the same length. And what we're going to do is we're going to be attaching these to the side of our piece. So you want to scratch and tap and attach. And I'll show you the back is going to be important. Just like what we did with the feet, you're going to want to pull this clay over and smooth that. And then you'll do the same on the other side. So this is going to be the leg coming up from the back, and we'll need to add another foot. So I'm going to pause real quick, add my other leg. Okay, so I have both of the back legs on, and I smoothed it out in the back. And so the legs are coming up. These are the knees. Down here are the ankles. And I got 2 more little balls of clay ready so I can make 2 more froggy feet. So make a ball, squish it, and then you're going to attach it to those new legs that we added. You can kind of push them down in place, and you can even scratch and attach them to the other feet just so that your frog's going to have a really secure base. So I'll do that in a little bit, but I'll just push on the texture so you can see how that looks. Now, one last thing you could add in terms of attachments is a tongue. So for the tongue, you can roll out a coil again. So you have this long tube, and we're going to want to scratch and attach it inside the mouth to make it stay. So a little bit there, a little bit here, press. I'm going to kind of rub and smooth it so it looks shiny. And you can decide, you know, is your tongue going to be up? Is it going to be down? Is it going to curl? Are you going to make a little fly to go on top of it? Is it going to go off to the side? You decide. The last thing we should think about is just some texture. It would be wonderful if you had time to add some texture onto your frog. So maybe your frog's going to have some little dots. Maybe on the back, he's going to have some spots. And so think for a moment about some texture. And your last and final step is going to be to put your name and class code on the bottom. When we are writing, you just want to do it gently, almost like you're writing on paper. So we're not trying to press too hard. You put your name, you put your code, and then your cute little froggy is done. Congratulations.